Well, today our ultimate goal is to start looking like a more professional landscaper. That's going to mean a trailer and possibly some better equipment. I don't know if we'll get the equipment today, but I absolutely want to make sure we get the trailer. We can pull around the lawnmower a little more professionally that way, but we do need to get some fuel because we do have a job. The job today is going to be cutting the motel lawn, and we did work out a deal with them to where we can stay there for free as long as we're maintaining the yard. So that worked out pretty good, and we're going to want to make sure we're super professional with this one, because if we're not going to be able to transition that into a long-term contract. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Were you trying to come here? Oh. Gonna get some fuel for the lawnmower, make sure we have enough to get us through the day, and hoping this storm does pass, because I'm not sure how well it's gonna go cutting grass. Interesting. I guess he's leaving with the storm going on. All right, $15 of fuel there. Now we're gonna head on over to the dealership. We need to buy an edger. I think that's gonna be our next purchase. And, you know, pretty quickly, even buying these small pieces of equipment, we're going to run out of space in the back of this truck. So a trailer is absolutely the next thing on my list. You know, some type of riding lawnmower, whether it's a zero turn or, you know, a little mini tractor riding lawnmower. That's definitely a longer term goal, but we're going to have to secure some contracts or some recurring income before we can really afford that. Because I think the best way to do that would be, you know, a small loan. Maybe we can get it to where we have like $1,000 down payment to get a nice zero-turn lawnmower that would really, you know, crank us into gear as a business. This should be the place right here. Little crazy turn there, but I'm gonna go ahead and park right back here. Yeah, that works. All right, let's see what they have for us. I know this is a pretty wide variety of goods that are sold at this place, so they should have something for us. Oh. Maybe they're not open yet. No one's here. It is only 7:19. Well, maybe this is a good thing. Maybe we can just go get some breakfast, let the storm pass, and come back later, and someone will be here. All right, so we got this edger in our hands here, and like looking at this thing. Okay, we're gonna... let's lower the tailgate. I mean, is it gonna fit? Is it gonna fit in here? So yeah, you can see right away. There's reasons we're gonna want a trailer. Ugh. The bed of this truck's not terrible, but you know, maybe we can move the mower a little bit, like right there, and then this thing just it's gonna magically just, yep, that's perfect. Yeah, it's looking secure back there. Okay. So our bank account is now at $452, which isn't terrible, but doing this job today, you know, the rain the way it is, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get any other jobs done, but not gonna pay us, or we're not gonna get paid for this first job today, and that's okay, because it does save us about $35 a night. You know, you add that up over a month, and we don't even have enough money for that, are we? Yeah, it's going to be pretty pricey to keep living there. So opportunities are going to be, you know, finding a place to live or somewhere else to rent. And we might want to just take advantage of this situation while we can until we find a good opportunity. But the big problem is going to be, where are we going to store a trailer? You know, you don't want to necessarily park your trailer and your equipment out in the open. It's not always the best idea. It could get stolen, could get damaged, and it's just not the best thing to do when you're at a motel. So, all right, pulling back in here. The storm doesn't seem to be giving up at all, but I think since it's been coming down so light, I think we are just gonna get to mowing here. Yeah, it does. It's a little thick and resisting just a little bit, but I think we'll be all right. Yeah, the edger will come in handy right here. But yeah, we're gonna go up out right there, and then I'll probably edge the sidewalk. That should be a pretty good plan. You know, getting a little clogged because of the rain, but we got to get our jobs done here. I got to get back out and try to find some new jobs, make some more money. I'm hoping to get some recurring jobs here pretty quick. And that way we could potentially start hitting up a bank for some loans to really start helping out the process. So I'm going to stay busy here. I'll keep you updated on how we're going, and I'll see you in a little bit. All right, I think it's time to put that down for a second. I'm wondering with these conditions if the edger would just be easier to use. So let's go ahead and grab it out of the truck here. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not sold yet on this. Oh yeah, it fires up nice though. All right, let's see. Yeah, this is pretty good. We'll see how it goes through fuel, but for these conditions, I think this is what we're gonna want to do. And Josh seems to clean it up real nice. All the areas that we've missed, and there's a couple areas in the back that I want to kind of give it a go on. But then this tree here, just, you know, extra little detail we're going to be able to clean up and look super professional. But this area over here by the sign I thought was going to be a little interesting to do as well. Yeah, we'll just kind of cruise up here. Oh yeah, looking good. Yeah, able to get real close. That's good. Now everyone's going to know that there's a Farming Simulator VR game out on this poster. That's what they're gonna know now that the grass isn't blocking it. Yeah, that's the professional clean look we were looking for, and I think they'll be okay with that. The other side, I'm gonna let them know we need to let it kind of dry out here before we're gonna be able to clean this up. It's kind of a mess. I think they'll understand since the raining conditions. So let's put this away. We are going to go try to do that job that we secured last time. And that one should get us about $150. So yeah, that house right there. Just going to walk on over, I think. Now we'll start with the like tricky areas with the edger, and then we will do the other areas. Well, let's kind of walk around. Not looking terrible, like around the house, so he must have been doing a good job maintaining it himself. But yeah, I think it's time to get to work here and secure us a little bit more cash. And just putting the final touches on this yard here. I think it's looking pretty snazzy. Yeah, I did pretty good here. You know, the guest house is taken care of real nice. We come around back here, you can see we got it all cut back there. Up front here is looking good. There's this one little flower that I just want to leave it there. Let's leave it alone. And then up front here, looking good. Like the little entrance there around the mailbox, looking good, looking spiffy. I'm gonna go ahead and head back, put this away. Oh my goodness. We gotta do something about that. That looks terrible. I hope this rain clears up soon. But we'll go ahead and knock back on that door and see how they're doing, and hopefully get our payday, and hopefully be able to get a trailer soon-ish, because this is just not gonna work. Let's try to turn it this way. Yeah, maybe that'll do. Well, some time has passed and we did get this cleaned up pretty good. Look around here. Yeah, look at, oh man, little spot we missed right there. I'll get the edger out for that later on, but they are absolutely pleased with the job. They're gonna keep us on for that, and we've secured a good amount of money. I mean, you really look at it, that $35 a month, or sorry, a day that we were paying, that's not going to be a concern anymore. Guys, I think we're about to catch our first break. Literally, we're going to break up these rocks. So Jim from the barbershop, Jim's going to be the man. Jim seems to be really attached to us now, but the news is, this lot here, you can see, you know, houses over here, we got houses there, we got houses there, but there's this lot that's just empty. And no one's been wanting to buy it because they don't want to spend the extra money on removing these rocks, these stones here. And who knows what's underneath here. So the realtor who represents this property was looking for someone in town to clear this. So the big issue here is lawnmower, edger. What's that gonna do? That's not really gonna help. But the thing here is it's gonna pay pretty well. It's gonna pay about $1,500 to get rid of these here and haul them off. You know, $1,500 sounds amazing, but how am I gonna do that? I got a hold of the dealership. There's some equipment there, and a Kubota skid steer, a hydraulic breaker, and a bucket. That's gonna be $1,000 to lease. And as long as we don't damage it, you know, we'll get $500 from this job. So let's head on over there. We're going to pick that up next. But I think we first probably need to store these goods at the motel and hope they don't get stolen. Yeah, no one's gonna see it there. It'll be fine. It'll be completely fine. But let's go ahead and head on back to the dealership, pick up that trailer. We'll give them, well, how are we gonna pay for this, guys? Well, $1,000 for the lease, $1,500 for the contract, and any given time we should get half of it up front. So $750 should be hitting our account. We're gonna take a little bit of a risk here and dip into our own money for this lease, but the dealership already should have them prepped for us. So I'm hoping by the time I get over there, we do get that deposit of $750 for this job. Yep, let's go get her. I talked them into it, but this is how we got the price as low as we could. Small trailer. This is good to know. This is a good skid steer. I don't think we'll be able to afford one like this when we buy ours, but I mean, that's way down the line from now. But this bucket's pretty good, and this trailer, you can just kind of see we do have a fifth wheel hitch here. That trailer's not going to be big enough for us. I mean, maybe with just a small zero turn or riding lawnmower, not going to be good. Let me go talk to them about the deposit on this rent and give a call to that realtor and see if that money's coming in. Okay, well, things are looking good. Everything's all set, but we are down to $352, so we've got to complete this contract today if we're going to get anywhere near our goal of getting our own trailer. Man, there's some more properties with these rocks. It would be interesting to see if there's some more jobs to make some money this way. It's just kind of cruising around this area I haven't been before yet. Opportunities everywhere. All right, let's get this bad boy unstrapped here. Hop on in. We're going to have to raise that. Oh, this thing moves good. And figure out how to control this thing. Oh, don't damage it. Don't damage it. Got to activate it. We got to turn that on. There we go. Oh, perfect. Look at that. It's doing something. Just, come on. Is this going to be strong enough? Maybe this is why no one's done this yet. Ooh, well, I broke it into really tiny pieces. Let's do this part as well. All right, we're about halfway there, it looks like. And then we'll have to swap out to the bucket so we can clear this ground and make sure we remove all these stones. We're going to drop the stones in the bed of the truck. All right, well, phase one complete there. And let's see, I think for now we'll probably want to just put this down right here, and we got to make sure we remember that. Remember it's there. Cruise up here, get this bucket attached. Let's see, let's scoop these up. Let's get close to the truck here and just dump it in here. Okay, another load here. Boy, there's a lot of stone out here. I wonder if it would, I don't know what to do with it. Just keep filling up the back of the truck here with it, and I'll let you know when we're done. All right, we're not quite done yet. So we got everything cleaned up, and we've given a call to the realtor. They're going to head on over here and double check our work and then send us the other $750. But my understanding is there is a cement factory around here that's going to buy this stone from us, or potentially will. So we're going to head that way, have a conversation with them, and see if we can make a little bit more cash today. Yeah, this looks like the right place, the cement factory back here. Well, as I arrived, our $750 was deposited into our account, so we now have $1,000. So what I want to do here, let's unstrap the skid steer. Since all the stone is in the back of the truck, we're gonna have to get the trailer out of the way for me to be able to scoop it back out. So that should be good clearance there. For now, we can drop the trailer there, and I'll pull up the truck. Good proximity right about here. Open it up, and we're just gonna start scooping the stones out of the back of the truck. Might have to get my shovel out and start pushing it into there. All right, let's see the first load here. They told us we just drop it here. The conveyor belt there, the elevator will take care of it for us, and they're gonna give us some money for it. We got 5 loads, so 4 more to do here. Looks like $199 per load. And the 5th one going in here. Boy, this is a good payday so far. Our balance is the highest it's ever been at $2,000. All right, let's get the trailer hooked back up. Let's get the Kubota back to the dealership, and we're gonna talk to them and see if they have a used trailer that we could possibly purchase, or if we're gonna need to secure a little bit more funds for that first. All right, they told me to put this back around the back here. We can just drop the trailer and they'll take care of the rest later on. But we're gonna head on inside and just chat with them about some opportunities and see if they have anything within our price range, or if today's not our lucky day or not. Oh yeah, look at that. Pretty busy place. Guess we'll have to wait our turn. Well, the theme of our journey so far is good news, bad news. They didn't have anything really in our price range, but there was a farmer in town that they knew. Apparently this dealership knows everything about all the used equipment around town, so they did tell me there is a farmer down the road that is selling an old Big Tex trailer, and they're asking $1,000 for it. It's pretty used and beat up, so it might be something in our price range. But he told me to head out. You know, he knew exactly what lot we're doing that job on. He's like, keep going that direction. You're gonna take a right. You'll see the football field. Keep going past the football field, and you'll see the trailer. So we're gonna try to follow his directions and see if we can figure this out. I see some goalposts up here, so I think we're going the right way. Just cruise around this way here. Yeah, there's a football field, which is looking a little rough. Sorry, buddy. Gosh, I know the football season starts soon. This is not good. I wonder what the plan is there for that. Let's get back on the road, try not to cut anyone off again. And it should just be right up here. Nope, don't see anything yet. So we'll keep driving, trust the directions. We're the ones new. Oh, I see something up there. That must be it. Yep, there it is. All right, I'm just gonna park right here, get a closer look at this thing. Yeah, it's looking a little more beat up than I was hoping. Let's jog on in here and see if they're home and give them a good offer. Hey, look, there's a lumber company. Well, we did good. We did good. $850 is what we got it for. Let's go ahead and hook up to it and go home and put our little tiny equipment on it. Find a spot where we're gonna park this until we find our own place to live. Yeah, good size length to it. We're a little worried about the width on what type of equipment we're gonna be able to fit on this, so this might be something we fix up and flip a little bit, maybe. We'll just see how quickly we outgrow it and how well it does for us. Yeah, this is just not ideal for a trailer to be in this area. I guess we could take up a spot with the trailer, and then we could loop around to this other spot here. We'll have to see what they say about that, but this thing definitely needs a bath and some repairs. That, yeah, might do good for us. I think that will. I think it was a positive day. We got $1,200 still, and some potential customers that have been ringing us up that we just weren't able to get to today. Like that house over there, they're definitely interested, and Jim, he's got us some more leads, and that'll be coming next episode. I'm Socksway Up. Thanks for hanging out. I will catch you on the next one.